Hey, 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 divorcing gracefully and beyond sisters. Happy Friday and coming here on this rainy, yucky day here in New York, but just as beautiful. Gives me time to settle down and do the work that I've been meaning to do. And I wanted to pop in here today because if you've been following me for a while, you know just how important this community is to me, right? So we are a tribe, we are Divorcing Gracefully Sisters, and we are working through this thing called life together. And a big part of who I am and what I stand for is the element of inspiration and motivation and hope. What I wanted to just also bring to the table, which I wouldn't be doing my job if that's all I spoke about. So, no, I'm not in here to bring doom and gloom because that's not who I'm about. But what I am in here to do today is invite you to have a conversation surrounding bold love. So, what do I mean by that? I just came off one of the most amazing coaching calls that I've been on for a while, and that's in my coaching group. And when I left this call, I was completely pumped up with energy. I had seen things that I never had seen before. There were concepts and ideas and beliefs that I never had challenged before. And there were things that I was allowing myself to play small with that I didn't even realize that I was playing small. Because this is what we do, especially as women. We condition ourselves, or we've been conditioned. It's not because we're choosing to be conditioned. It's our society, our environment has conditioned us to play small or to put other people before ourselves. So when I was kind of coming up with this conversation surrounding bold love, I wanted you to know something. I see you. And I mean that sincerely. I see the greatest part of you that you may not see yourself. You see, when we're in a challenge or an obstacle, or we have a boulder in front of us that's just stopping us in our story, whatever that boulder is, right? It could be something that is related to your divorce. It could be a job issue. It could be a family issue. It could be something that you're experiencing with your animals and the fur babies in your life. It doesn't matter. Whatever challenge or obstacle is in front of you, that could keep you in your story playing small. And I want to invite you in this month of November is the month of gratitude, and it's the month of holding bold love for ourselves. Not the love that's just a little bit of love, or the love that's going to keep us in the story that we don't want to be in anymore. Have you guys ever felt that? Have you ever felt that you are in this book that you've created, that your life has gotten you up to the certain point that it is now, and you're looking at the story saying, how did I write this story? Like, is this really me? How did I get into this story that you're ready to create the new story? Well, I want you to know that part of you that is keeping yourself where you're at, whatever struggle or whatever state of being that you're at that's not serving you anymore, because you still may be believing that story, I want you to know that I'm not buying it. I know deep down inside of you that you have a full life yet to live, that I'm speaking today to your higher self, not the self that's conscious, not the self that's surrounded by what we're experiencing on a daily basis, but I'm speaking, me, Donna Rudowitz, I am speaking to your higher self, and I'm speaking truth from a place of love. This is not about doing things wrong or right, bad or good, but I'm inviting you that if you're not living the life that you know is deep inside your soul, that I am inviting you to step into bold love this month and begin to take action towards the goal that you want. If you don't take action towards your goal, you're going to get the same results. And I'm speaking to that highest, the biggest part of your soul and the biggest heart that you have. And I would invite you to ask yourself, what is bold love? Like, what is this thing that Donna's talking about? What would bold love look like? How would it show up in my life? What are the things that I've been putting off that I've been really wanting to do? So just for instance, let's say you've been saying that you want to attract a relationship in your life. You're tired of being lonely. We're coming up in this holiday season, and you don't want to spend the holiday season alone. I understand that. I get that. Or maybe you have you just could care less, or you're in a relationship, or you're not looking to bring one in, but there's some difficult family members or difficult relationships that you have to navigate through this holiday season. Well, you could tell yourself the story that it's okay, that this is how it always is, that this is just how it has to be. Or you could tell yourself, wait a minute, I get to write a new story. How about the story of I am going to have the most amazing and the best holiday season that I've ever had in my entire life, in spite of the circumstances that are facing me? Because guess what, guys? You can have an amazing holiday season even in the suck. So even though things around you may be challenging, they may suck, you may have obstacles coming at you left and right, you can have the most joyous and the most beautiful holiday season that you ever had. And I could tell you where it comes from. It comes from here. It comes from that simple decision that you are deciding that this holiday season, you are going to reclaim your brilliance, that you are going to take your power back, and you are going to stand in the badass woman that you are, head up, shoulders back, and you are no longer going to allow life to take you down in the boxing ring. See, guys, when you sign up for a great life, you've got to expect the punches to come. It's kind of like signing up to be a boxer, getting in the boxing ring and getting hit, and then saying, whoa, wait a minute. Where did that punch come from? Of course you're going to be hit. It's the same thing as you're crafting your ideal life, especially during and after divorce. You are deciding that you are not living life this way, that you are going to either go through your divorce or go through the rest of your life with grace. And you are deciding that there's a higher level of living that you know is a calling in your heart. You may have no idea how to get there, but there's this calling that just won't leave you alone. It's almost as if you can't sleep because this calling is just running through your blood and your bones, and you just may not know how to get there. But this is where you're saying, I'm ready to do it. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but guess what? You're going to get hit. There are going to be challenges that come your way. I can't even tell you how many times that I've had a woman who has joined my Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond transformational coaching program. And the moment that she takes that time and invests in herself and takes that time to say, nope, I am drawing the line in the sand. I am breaking those generational curses that have been following my family forever. And I am going to create the best life for me and my family, right? And there's a saying that if you weren't born from a wealthy family, why don't you be the person to create the wealth and allow your family to carry that through? And if you were born in a family that came from fractured relationships and maybe, not so good relationships with your mom or your dad, or maybe it just wasn't a good blueprint, why don't you be the one to break that and create an amazing blueprint for yourself and for your family? So on this conversation of bold love, this is not pussyfooting love. This is not a little bit of love. This is not like, oh, the feel good and oh, you're so cute type of love. No, this is called decisive love. This is the bold love that you're going to take steps to do what you need to do to create this amazing life, and knowing you're going to get hit. So you might say, Donna, okay, great. You're advising me to take these steps and step into myself, but how am I going to do this? What do I do? Where do I go? Now, for me, I know, and I can tell you this, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, guys. I mean this sincerely. You've got to hire a mentor. You can't do it alone. These are the types of things that we say, I've got my girlfriends, or I have my church, I've been to divorce care, I'm reading some books. I'm not saying those are bad. Those are all wonderful, but those are complementary, right? That's information, and information is good, but information doesn't always lead to transformation. The only way that I went from 0 to 100, which was what I call my rocket fuel to success, is when I invested in a coach and a mentor. So I would invite you to do the same. And right now in the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond signature program, which is 12 weeks, we are waiting for you. We would love to have you join us. The women in this group are second to none. We are all there, and I sent out an email today. We've gotten raises, we've gotten relationships repaired. And one of my members, which I'm so excited, and I'm hoping that she's watching today, Becky, is getting married, and I can't wait to see the ceremony. And they're deciding to have a very beautiful ceremony where it's just her and her fiance, and they're going to just do it together. There's not going to be a big shing-ding, and they're enjoying the moment because we are now in control of our life. So the opportunity for you to take back your control, to reclaim your brilliance is there. It's not that it's not available to you, but are you going to live in the story that it's not for you, that it only could happen to someone else? Or are you going to choose to live in the story that anything is possible for me, that life works out for me, that everything that I've been through, every experience, every heartbreak, every lesson that I didn't even want to learn, but God felt it was apparently I needed to learn it, right? Every lesson has brought me to this big moment. It's brought you to now. There's no coincidence you're in this group. There's no coincidence you're part of this tribe, because as I said in the beginning, I see you. And I see that greater part of yourself that you may not even know that's there. I know it's there in you. Anything is possible with a decision. And anything is possible with the right mentor and the right community. When you couple those three things, decisiveness, a community, and the mentor, hold on to your pants, buckle up, because we're going to soar. So in closing, what I would invite you to do today in this month of November, in this time of year, is to step in and soothe into your soul, get into that part of your heart, and get into the sweet story, not of where you've been, but of what you know is possible, and begin to believe it. Begin to believe that there's possibility. We've been conditioned to believe that good things don't happen, or that everything needs to be hard, or there's got to be a challenge. Listen, when obstacles and challenges come, because you're going to have them, doesn't mean it has to be absolutely hard and difficult. What it means is that you know and you have the ability to believe, that you have the decisiveness, that you have the actions and the tools to get you through the problem. We were never promised we wouldn't have problems, but we are promised we have the solutions and we can find the answers. But again, if you're sitting alone and you're in your home and you're relying on your girlfriends and books and church groups and things like that to transform you, it's not going to happen. It's just not. Again, information is wonderful, but you just keep repeating information, and people are going to be guiding you and leading you based upon what they know. And you're going to have a million differing opinions, and people are very good. They don't want to see you hurt, but they're going to be trying to get you to be happy, because if you're unhappy, it makes them uncomfortable. So they're not necessarily coming with a professional guidance. They're coming out of the need to see you happy. It has nothing to do about you. It has to do with their own need, because they're uncomfortable when they don't see you happy. So it's time to step into the bold love for yourself and forget about this pity party of the past. And I'm not, again, please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you cannot have a pity party, but we don't want to buy a home there. We don't want to buy a house on that street. It is time to say, life works out for me. And I have been created for this time of now to step into my calling. And I can't tell you how much the community and the sisters that are in Divorcing Gracefully, again, are there to welcome you. And I just felt compelled to share this message, because I know that there's someone who needs to hear this message, that you matter, that you are loved, and that you are loving, and that anything is possible for you as long as you make the decision and the right community and the right mentor. Step into the bold love of yourself. And again, would love to have you join us in Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond. If you're interested, you're ready to be coached, I'm going to put a link right below. You could book a call with me. But otherwise, think about the conversation we had today about bold love. Think about the stories that you've been telling yourself, that you've been buying, and think about the new story that you want to create. And I'm here to help you create it with every ounce of my soul. And I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I will see you on the other side. Have a great rest of Friday. Bye.